Okay, I want to introduce you to this little mind map of the outline of sociology and have you explore it as much as you can. I'm going to continue to add to it, but right now it has some of the basics in it, and you'll find some of the same outline that you'll see also in the PowerPoint presentation that's also available in our course. First of all, this is a Java-based page, so if you don't have ability in your browser to view Java, you may need to uh, do something to readjust your computer. Now you'll notice if you point to the area in which this mind map sits on your screen and you hold down your left mouse button, you can scroll with your mouse and move this mind map around on your screen. And this will be helpful when you start to expand some of the branches on the mind map, because as you'll see, when you go to some of these that have a little node on the end of them, that indicates that those are expandable. So I'm going to expand the first couple of them. To do that, I'm going to move this over to the side a little bit because they will open out. And then when I click on the individual nodes here, it opens up into a broader set of branches. And some of those branches also have nodes you'll see on the end of them. So you can expand those. And you'll see some of those nodes have further things to expand. So take a look at those as you go through, and you'll see that there's a basic outline here. For example, sociology is the scientific study of, as the node says, and when you expand that, it shows you the scientific study of people in groups, and I click on that, groups in processes of self-definition. And you should recognize that definition from what we've talked about in class. Each one of those subnodes underneath the top one here also then further expands on the topic. And you'll notice that, for example, this one, it says building blocks of groups, expands to roles and statuses, which are two of the main building blocks of the groups that sociology studies at the ground level. And under statuses, you have achieved and ascribed status. Shows you the kind of logical relationships between these concepts. Underneath peoples and groups also, we have types of groups. You click on those and you see a list of the types of groups that we've explored in class and read about in our textbook. You see types of societies, the 6 main types that we've also explored and that you can read about in your text, and categories in groups: class, gender, race, ethnicity, and age. Now you'll also notice that in some of those nodes you have a little red arrow, and those arrows are indicating that there are links to web pages somewhere. And if you just scroll over and point to the link without doing any clicking, you'll see the actual web address of the page that you're being pointed to. And when you click on that, it will open the link in a new window. So these are further sources out on the web that link to this outline that's now available in this mind map tree. And I'll have you take a look at those yourself, explore those. Once again, if you come back later, at other times, you'll see that there will be additional things added to this list. I'm trying to make this as thorough an outline as possible in this mind map format to help visualize the information in a little bit different way, maybe for some people at least, display the way that things are logically linked in terms of the outline of this course. On the left-hand side of the main node of sociology, you'll see a growing list of some subtopics in sociology, like when did sociology develop? There'll be a little bit of history there. These so far point to outside links, they don't expand into trees. The sociological imagination, which we've talked about, it takes you to a page that gives you a brief excerpt from that work by C. Wright Mills that talks about the main concept of sociological imagination and the concept of culture, which overlaps sociology with the discipline of anthropology. And this page brings you to a website at another university that explores in more depth this whole concept from a sociological and anthropological point of view, the concept of culture as it serves us in understanding the scientific study of people and groups that are in process of self-definition.